Hey, y'all. So, here are a few tips to help you start leveraging content on social media to gain exposure for your brand or company. Because as the world becomes more and more digital, content creation or digital marketing is a pretty inexpensive and valuable strategy to use because the right content can capture someone's attention and potentially gain you new supporters, clients, or customers. And let me start by clarifying that content is defined as any text update, photo, graphic, or video that you share on social media. So, a simple way to begin leveraging content is by sharing memes that are already created that promote your brand or company's values. And this is really simple because the content is already created, so you don't have to spend a lot of time creating the content, but you can get your message out there and gain exposure for your brand or company. But once you start creating your own content, the first thing you want to do is map out your strategy by determining your goals and then deciding how often you want to post content. And you don't have to post every day, but it is a good idea to create and stick to a schedule so that your target audience knows when to expect content from you. It's also a good idea to do some research so that you'll know what the industry trends are. Now, the next thing you need to do is decide what content formats work best for you. So, are you going to do static or animated graphics? Are you going to do podcasts or blogs or videos? And then you need to decide what social media platforms you're going to post to because you may need to resize the graphics to make sure that they're not distorted when you post them online. Another thing to consider is your design and branding theme. So are you going to do a daily theme where every Monday is the same design? Or what about a weekly theme? Or maybe even a monthly theme? Or maybe you'll have the same background for every design and just change the information on it. Now, the theme doesn't actually matter, so you do whatever is best for you. But whatever theme you decide, it is a good idea to create templates so that you can save time as you're creating your designs for your content. Last but not least, let's talk about repurposing and reusing content. Now, reusing content is pretty self-explanatory, but I want to highlight this because I want to point out that there is no rule that says you can't reuse content. So if at a later date you decide you want to reuse content because it didn't get enough views, or you want to make sure that the information is out there and potentially reach a broader audience, then you go ahead and do that. You just want to make sure that you don't bombard people with the same graphics over and over again, because then they may think that that's the only information that you have to offer. Now let's talk about repurposing content, because this is a great way to get your content in front of a broader and more diverse audience. So let's say you create a teaching video for social media. If you also write a blog using the same information from the teaching video, then you're going to reach a completely different audience than the people that watch the video on social media. Or let's say you create a podcast or even a YouTube video. And then if you do a 1 minute or less promo clip on social media, that's another way to repurpose the content that you created from the podcast or the YouTube video. The thing you want to remember about repurposing content is that you're not creating new content. You're just presenting the same information that you already put out there in a different way so that you can potentially reach a broader or more diverse audience. So those are my tips for this week. Make sure you like, follow, or subscribe for more. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.